Treasure?
Indeed, the Horiera Koban, my prized coin. On each occasion when I visit that restaurant, it is my habitude to place in my bosom pocket a particular trinket of interest from my shop, Rasute.
In the hope of meeting a rich diner who might like to buy it from you?
On the day under scrutiny, it was to the military man that I preferred my hooray treasure. Believed that he would purchase such a rare find, I did not. But I was presented with little alternative, and then, after averting my eyes for the briefest of moments, it was there no more. It simply vanished.
The Koban. Vanished?
Hunting around under the table I was, in case mayhap it had fallen there, and then it happened.
Objection! We found evidence of DNA underneath the table, on the underside of the table. I present this as evidence.
You did not swallow.
You did not swallow. You heard the gunshot.
Indeed I did, but I heeded it not, for I was concerned only with finding my absconded treasure. Nothing can distract me!
Out of interest, did you find the coin in the end?
No.
I see.
That lamentable day, the precious Hoè Koban was lost to me. No doubt some scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself.
I fucking love the animations in this game, man. Like,
Yeah, me
like
too.
to compare this, I guess you haven't played it either, but like,
I've watched you play a little bit.
yeah, but the other 3D games with the models, they do these sort of like gestures and shit, but they're a lot less. They're a lot less fluid, I guess. Yeah, they seem a lot like limited by the hardware, I guess you could say. This this is just a lot more like, it feels like I'm playing a next gen console game instead of a remake of a 3DS game.
This case demands a swift and decisive resolution. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this very afternoon.
Nevertheless, the witness testimony the court has just heard was inconclusive, no matter how subservient our government feels it must be to the British. It would be unforgivable to deliver a verdict on this trial right now.
What is your position, Prosecutor Awichi?
Ha! Worry not, Your Excellency. The defendant may have fled a tiger at the front gate, but he will find a wolf at the back.
What? That's the worst threesome I've ever been a part of.
My witnesses have further testimony to make.
Explain.
Upon hearing their next statements, it will become abundantly clear that there is only one person who possibly could have committed this despicable crime. The equally despicable defendant, Ryunosuke Naruto.
So, who says the butler did it? Or the waiter did it?
I'm still thinking it's the butler.
What?
He really seems to have a despicable opinion. Yeah, we never found out what the fucking coughing was. That's sus. I'm sorry, but the butler definitely fucking did it. I don't know how he did it, but he definitely did it.
You will thoroughly explain the reasoning behind the prosecution's allegation. Is that clear? As clear as Kiriko Glass, Your Excellency. Yes, sir, at once, sir. Waiting signal to testify, sir.
Excuse me, but there's something or someone peeking out over your shoulder, I think.
Affirmative, the newest member of the Nosa family to rise up through the ranks, sir. Name Ido.
Wait, what's his last name? Will this tell me? No. Yeah. Oh, yes. No. Yes. Nosa. So he's Ido Nosa.
I don't know.
Ah, damn it!
I don't know, sir.
God damn it. Wait, I skipped his fucking dialogue. Who'd seen those straps are a sign of the sergeant being too strapped to afford a nanny. God damn. I know. Tension! Your father is about to quail the enemy! Watch and learn, my boy! Now blow that fucking nose.
Blow your kid's fucking nose. Why do-
Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing!
Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man, he was that young lad in black. That much I did see. I was looking up from my blowy, and that's what I saw.
Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed we were the only personnel present.
Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself.
Therefore, no one other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the Englishman. Over and out.
What about the waiter?
These testimonies are certainly... I didn't finish my sentence.
Wait, that's nonsense. The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone at all.
Please, enough of these outbursts already.
But there was a woman. There was a young woman at this table. You must have seen her. Everyone must have seen her.
Not looking at each other.
If you call yourself a lawyer, then you will respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly.
Hold on, wait. I fucking forgot to do this. Oh, wait, no. Hold on. How do I...
Examine A.
Okay, I definitely did that. Oh, shit, I can't flip it over yet. It's definitely gonna have something. Oh, there's writing on the back. I can't read Japanese, though. Oh, hold on. I recognize that, I think. Like, it sort of looks like a shell. Do you see that? Like, it's hard to see with a magnifying glass. Kind of?
Like a flower?
Or, yeah, kind of like a flower. Yeah, I think I know the twist. But I'll have to, yeah, I think that's really far ahead.
Hold on, what's the pin?
The pin's my attorney's badge, I'm sure. University pin, whatever.
Oh.
We are not here to listen to your fantasies.
Ugh.
It is evident beyond all reasonable doubt that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. The prosecution has photographic evidence of this fact.
Is this a...
Or is this a photographic print of the scene of the crime, Counsel?
Indeed, look at this. It's a steak of the table of which the victim was dining, taken by an investigator immediately after the incident.
I'm gonna turn the light on.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Watch the cord. Watch the cord.
As it can be plainly seen, there's only one place set.
They've done this. This was in the first game. I can't... This is actually the case that me and Scott are on. Why'd you go that way? Go over here. Come here. Come here. Kristen. Come here. Come here.
Certainly, based on the appearance of this print, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company of anyone else.
This doesn't make any sense.
The court will add this new photographic evidence to the record.
The photographic... Wait, am I pressing the right button? Okay, good. I don't understand. What's going on here? It's just not possible that nobody else saw that woman. Waiter 4 said the same thing. Alright, yeah, so remember how I said it was like, oh yeah, the 6th game kind of had inklings of the other games sprinkled in? This is doing the same thing. They've done the beef, the steak thing, like almost exactly. I'm pretty sure they had T-bone steaks is what they threw away in the first game. And then there's also a case in the 3rd game where there's like, oh yeah, nobody saw whichever they didn't saw the other person being dined with. And that one is so fucking ridiculous the twists and turns. I honestly don't even want to spoil what happens in that case.
Just do it.
Okay, so the case in the third game involves a guy getting shot or killed in a restaurant through poison, and the witness in that game saw him and he was dying alone. The twist of that one is that the murder happened and then was recreated for the witness. So the murderer got somebody else to pretend to be the victim and pretended to die. Completely like there's two separate occasions.
What?
And also a mirror is involved. Anyway. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well. But that's not true. I saw her. I mean, honestly, the third game fucking is amazing. But that case, it's like, are you fucking serious? Like, clearly there would be better ways to hide the fact that you did a murder than to try and fake an entirely different crime scene to make a witness say that you weren't there. Like, what the fuck? I swear I saw a woman with him. Although, I guess to be fair, every murderer in this series is a fucking moron, so...
It would seem that we're able to telegraph the report to Great Britain on time after all. The witness testimonies we have just heard leave no further room for doubt, even though no concise evidence has been presented.
These are very sensitive political times, as we all know. The ink is still fresh on the treaty with Great Britain.
It's been 5 years.
It's very slow-drying ink! To think that I, Takatoshi Auchi... Oh, is his name... No, it's probably just the same as whatever his descendant is, I'm thinking. Because the Prosecutor Payne is what he's known as. This is always... It's a running gag. This is always your first prosecutor that you're up against. First case of every game. There's a guy that looks exactly like this.
Ouchie.
Yeah, Oichi.
Ouchie.
Only, yeah, in the other games, his name is Payne.
Pain in my ass.
Exactly. Yes. No, the localization for the first game was very the puns were not very intelligent. They were very. The judge is ready to rule. Santal Rinosuke, it is not over yet. It is I, the ghost of Kazuma. If what you say is true, then there's something going on here behind the scenes. And now is your chance to expose it. Cut it down with your fucking blade.
Your cross-examination.
I was trying to think. I was like, wait a second, I've seen swords in the courtroom before. Oh yeah, the prosecutor in 5 just brings out a sword with him. Don't ask me where he gets it, because that's also the game where the prosecutor he's a felon. Oh man, the prosecutors in these games get so fucking ridiculous. I don't know, Kazuma.
The defense is entitled to cross-examine the witnesses, but make it quick. Understood?
You didn't say that the first time.
Rules can be so unbending at times.
I just realized he's bouncing his baby with his just idol.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, okay. So I'm actually not sure. I might need to press something because I don't see any clear contradiction here. Form-wise, that much I did see. Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present. I mean, maybe this could be the waiter, but like I don't even have. Yeah, this isn't. It's not decisive enough. So wait, let me examine all of these because I don't think I've looked at all of them. Okay, yeah, I've seen that. That just shows that. Okay, I was double checking because I was like, wait a second, does that show a second plate? But no, that would be too easy. That'd be too easy. Okay. We're still too early, I'm sure.
Wait a second. Go back to
the last one.
Okay, so that's the entrance. That's the kitchen.
Yeah. I don't think the waiter is what we have to prove. I think we need to press him on this statement.
Yes.
Maybe. If we are talking about the waiter. Okay. Nah, this isn't gonna do anything.
I'm growing a callus in my ear.
That sounds really painful.
And yet no one else appears to have caught even a glimpse of this woman.
If only there had been more people dining there at the time, then someone else would have noticed her. Unfortunately, it was already past 2 p.m. when it happened. You know, dead. No one ever wants to fucking eat at 2 p.m.
Except unless you're an American.
Unless you're American. I know.
Then
of
that's
course,
where that's the time you always want to eat.
The place was almost empty. If what you expect, certainly. Why did the game auto save there? Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Certainly 2 p.m. is
Neither here nor there in terms of a time to eat. I wonder if there was a reason why the victim was eating at that time of day, and why he was alone.
Yes, Your Excellency, there was indeed a
Oh, maybe we are gonna get something. It was?
This was found in the victim's jacket pocket.
Hey, pilot. Why are you playing Smash?
Are you smashing while playing Smash?
No. No.
What is that, Counsel?
It is a medical report card, Your...
What? It would seem that the victim had an appointment at a clinic prior to visiting the restaurant. He didn't plan on getting murdered, therefore...
At a clinic. Yes, there would indeed appear to be an entry for the date in question. 19th of November, noon to past 1 p.m.
The very day of the incident.
So the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple. The prosecution felt no need to submit this evidence before, as it really had no bearing on the case.
I wonder. What do you think, Ryunosuke? Well, that is hard to see how it could be related, really. Remember, you can request for it to be entered into the court record as evidence if you think it'd be useful. I literally have no reason not to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes.
Sometimes these games are fucking mean, though. Like, you'll do shit like that, and it's like, oh, obviously this is fine. And they'll be like, no, penalty, you did the wrong thing. And I'm like, why? If I may, I'd like to ask her, on what grounds? Shit, was I wrong?
The court has already heard conclusive witness testimony. Additional evidence would be extraneous. Not to mention that the victim's movements prior to his arrival at the restaurant are of no concern.
Whether or not they have concern is up to us to decide. We have a right to explore all possible avenues.
I beg your pardon?
You have no authority to refuse a perfectly valid request for a submission of evidence.
Actually, he's the prosecution. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. Very well, the court will grant the defense's request.
He actually, I'm gonna be honest, with my very limited courtroom knowledge, it's usually the prosecutor that does the submitting of evidence, so I don't know.
It's both sides, really.
I guess, but like it's more the prosecutors. They have to prove that he did it. I guess this is
all of
Japanese.
the evidence on his side should already be.
Yeah. Then again, this is Japanese. In the Japanese court of law, it's guilty until proven as innocent. It's backwards for ours, so it kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And in the
so
other,
it's kind of like England.
Yeah. Oh, do they do that in England too?
There's actually a very famous case that deals with England. It deals with the English government law and the Holocaust.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you know the one?
No, I don't.
Someone wrote, an American woman wrote a book about, and in the book basically about the Holocaust and all the stuff, that atrocities that happened.
Uh-huh.
And then she used a famous Holocaust denier's name.
Mm-hmm.
Like briefly, I think it was briefly, or maybe it was throughout the entire book. But that guy was an Englishman, so he was able to sue her for
Defamation.
defamation. And again, she's like, this doesn't make any sense until the lawyer said, yeah, you're guilty until proven innocent. And so this prompted her full team to actually go excavate and bring in some of the most like damning evidence we have of like the Holocaust.
Yeah.
And one of the first.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's whatever. Anyway, sorry to mood whiplash, but this line I just unintentionally hilarious.
Youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. Come on, man. You don't have any fucking rights. It's the most disturbing trend.
Only rich white
men have rights, even though we're Japanese.
Officer, kindly add the victim's medical report card to the court record.
Cool. I'm pretty sure this is what I need, but I don't know why yet. What we need right now is new clues. We have to explore things from every possible angle, even if they don't seem relevant at first. Right, I hear you.
You can conspire to prolong this trial as long as you like, but it's the day after the festival already.
What? It's the day after the festival already for you? Okay.
Or perhaps you'd forgotten that these witness testimonies leave no room for doubt. Feel free to reiterate for the accused, Kuta-san.
So there's gotta be something here then.
Read the medical report.
Oh, I can't even read it. Hold on. Where was it found?
In his pocket, in his jacket.
Oh, it didn't say jacket.
In his coat.
I don't think this gives us anything. I think we had to get this, but like... It's gotta be, because if it's not that, then we could have... Then, logically, you would have been able to skip getting that evidence. And we wouldn't have gotten the evidence if we don't use it for anything. Unless this game is doing like 40 chess right now, it has to be something. Therefore, no one other than Black Unicorn could have smashed it. Excellent work. What'd I do? But I don't feel like it changes much. Yeah. Discrepancies. I wouldn't be so sure. Let me see that medical report card you got before. Oh, you mean this? Why weren't we able to fucking read it before now?
Because remember, this is the intro. This is for like everyone who's never played an Ace Attorney game before.
Yeah, no, I get it. This is a brand new piece of evidence, so perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail. Literally, I just tried to do that! How exactly?
Remember, you're not supposed to be smart. Nick, that was a smart move. You're not smart.
I like the original games better because they don't treat you like you're a fucking baby.
This one, you're a baby.
I guess I'm a baby.
You baby. Like the baby on the
Yeah, it's so It's so backwards because like the later games in the series are a lot more user friendly. Like, I don't hate it, but, like, come on, man. Like, I can examine shit. That's literally the first thing I tried to do. Oh, sweet, we can turn it around.
Turn the business card around.
Exactly what I'm gonna do. I don't care about the medical report. By using L, you can point at it. Yeah. Holy shit. You can move the crosshairs around for hunt clues that you may have missed before. If the crosshairs start to pulsate. What? Press A to investigate further.
I remember when they started to pulsate. My hair started tingling too.
So, partner, I think you should take a closer look at this medical report card. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Oh, wrong one.
Dang it. No, we're not allowed to.
Ah!
See if there isn't something new to be learned by examining it in more detail. Alright, I'll see what I can do. I need to use meh, meh, and A to inspect any areas of the evidence that look suspicious. Ah! Dentist. Haunted clinic. Date. It's been scrubbed clean. It looks like this medical report card was first issued quite some time ago. It's probably a record of long-term treatment, that's why. With a family doctor, I imagine. Man, it must be nice going to a Whoa, hold on, what? I can't imagine going to a doctor, I mean. As long as I'm alive, I'm never consulting one? Why? Well, if you were dead, there'd be no point. So you don't like doctors, then? Why would you? They make you drink horrible-tasting medicine? They give you painful injections? Oh, dude, come on. Japan has free healthcare. I couldn't even go to a doctor if I wanted to. You get the choice,
no,
and you're like, fuck
You couldn't even go to the doctor if you needed to.
Fuck off, Ryusuke. Then they demand lots of money from you for the privilege. This game's too relatable. You sound like an American. With a bad case of stubbornness, no less. For which the only cure is very bitter medicine indeed. Alright, well that was pointless. Is this gonna be something? Yeah, I can open it up. Resident Evil this bitch. Ah, he was a model patient. He's got fucking stamps. Let's have a look. This is some kind of medical history. Ah, and there's an entry for the day the professor was killed. Extraction of molar with topical anesthesia. Okay, so... he had his tooth removed? You mean... it would seem so. Just before the incident, he'd had a bad tooth removed. Perhaps they used laughing gas. That's the most modern practice in the West for pain relief. Yes, I've heard of this anesthesia thing. Although it's hard to believe there's anything that can actually stop you feeling pain. Ah, there's a cautionary note from a medical practitioner as well. Strictly no food or drink. Okay, hold on. Oh, so he couldn't have had food, so the food wasn't his. Alright. Really?
As if he was a good patient.
Yeah, was he a good patient? That's gonna be the exact prosecution argument. He's like, well, he was probably just a dumbass and he ate the food. He was a beefsteak. Come on, you heard the sergeant talking about beefsteak.
You can't chew it because you have no tooth. And you don't have the capacity to chew it.
You can't chew the beefsteak because your mouth goes, ah. Just like the old man over there.
I have no teeth, and it makes the blowish all the more better for both of us.
All right, shut up.